was a prayer for me after my last relationship ended that and I haven't shared this with anybody, but it was a prayer that God wouldn't let my heart turn cold because of all the things that went into that relationship, the good and the bad, the ugly, all the things. Um,
Mhm.
but I know that God is God because of the way that He has turned it around for me and is still turning it around for me. Good afternoon, Mila. Thank you so much for joining me today for the third episode of Reviving the Art, Starting with the Heart. How are you?
I'm fine, sweetheart. I can't complain. Thank you for having me. Thank you so
Same
much.
here. My pleasure. I appreciate you making the time. All right. I'm gonna dive right in. Pick your question. It is at random. Ooh. Oh.
Let's
I
go with it.
promise it's not bad. It's just the question that I landed on. That's crazy.
Okay.
And you'll understand why when I ask this question. Your question is question 51. Do you know your value?
In a sense, growing in it, I do know it. Like I said, growing in it, if that makes sense.
Okay. What do you think makes you valuable?
Yeah. My character, my spirit, my drive, my my love. Yeah. If nothing else, that for sure.
Okay. Got
Thousand
you.
percent.
Understood. I appreciate that response. Thank you. Um I came up with that question because a lot of the times when entertaining potential people to date, um, well, this is one reason. I learned along the way that I needed to pursue people who could add to my value. And before I could seek people to add to my value, I had to first learn what mine was, right? Like we know
Right.
somewhat, and a lot of times we confuse worth with value. The worth of something can change, the value of it remains the same. And
Yes,
so,
yes.
right. And so that's where I'm at in life right now with figuring out or not even figuring out. When I meet people, I ask that question of myself as I'm interacting with them, how is this adding value to my life? And I'm wondering,
As you,
like for you, have you ever found yourself asking yourself that question?
that's good you asked that because I'm always the person who gives. So I'm not gonna say I necessarily ask how can I be of value to them, but I feel like that's typically what it is. Like I said, growing in it and still growing in it because I don't feel like I've asked, like in a sense, how can I grow from this situation? Like
Yes,
God's lessons in the situation, because I'll be dealing with a person knowing that maybe this person can't bring value, but I can show you something that will bring value to your life. And in a sense, that'll bring value to me because you're growing as a person.
gotcha.
So yeah,
Absolutely.
but I do feel like I need to get deeper with it. I need to get deeper with the question and don't be
Gotcha.
on those, surface level with it, not just wanting to help, but also wanting to receive.
Gotcha. 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 So yes, thank you again for that response. I think that a lot of times we also have a habit of mm, tying that into romantic relationships and only romantic relationships. But I'm also like trying to do that in my friendships and in my employment or career opportunities. In general, like in any situation that I face, like is a situation adding value to my life or is it draining me? Like you, I have had a habit of being the person who would pour and pour right? Not necessarily receiving back, the energy that I would give to people in general. However, um, within the last year or two of my life, like I've reestablished what my self-value is, and revamped it and identifying the different ways that I add value to me, right? So I'm going to ask you that
Mhm.
question and I'll answer in a second. How do you add value to yourself? Or how do you want to?
The one in all things, just becoming closer with God or continuing to walk my path with God. How do I want to give value to myself?
Mhm.
And just doing things, doing things that brings me peace. I mean, you know what happened with my job just now, and I had to sit in that for a minute. I felt like had I been there, had I been at a secure spot with knowing my value, I would have been gone a long time ago, and I should have been gone. That was it. God been telling me I should have been gone a long time ago. But also in just like balancing myself, making sure I'm doing things that doesn't that isn't just like I need to go do this for money. Nah, I'm just gonna, for example, just go work out because that's gonna better my health in general. Doing things that I'm not gonna, in a sense, don't want to do, but need to do.
Okay, understood. I like that response and I can appreciate it for sure. I think that one of the or some of the ways that I add value to my life, like you, is keeping God first in everything that I do. Um, and making sure that I'm moving in excellence, whether it's something big I'm working on or whatever it is, like presenting my best self and checking in with myself too helps. I
It's a big
I had
one.
a yeah, last week I had that enlightening moment when I was going through some of the turmoils of the spiritual stuff, just internal things where I almost submitted to being overwhelmed. I had to release that. Um, it's, it's not my truth. And in conversations and just processing it out or whatnot, I had to remember like these are blessed people problems.
No, for real.
Yes.
For real.
It's
I'll
like,
take it any day. It doesn't make it easier, but
yeah.
grateful. I'm grateful for it. I'll be grateful for it.
May not make
That's
it
what we can
easier,
do.
right? But it does help to shift the mindset, shift the perception of the situations as they
And in
happen.
turn, that makes it easier. So you're right. Yeah, you're right. It does.
Yeah, because I mean, it's easier to feel like you're lost or feel like, you don't know what's happening or what comes next or whatever than it is to be like, okay, let me sit in this space. Let me reconfigure, go back to the drawing board, reset, refocus. Let me write it down, write out my thoughts because it's all up here,
Right,
right?
right, right,
And
right.
so it's like, yeah, I'm wondering in my next question, how do people add value to you?
How do people add value to me? By just being their authentic self. Because I mean, I feel like I move out of genuine energy, and in you being yourself, I'm accepting of it. It makes me want to continue to do what I do. It makes me want to share that light to the next person. So in people, just being in good energies, just being good people in general, that adds value to me.
Sure.
Yeah, I'll take that. Yeah. Because I mean, I feel like, bro, we've all been through it. We've all had energy vampire. We've been around energy vampires. We've all been around manipulative people, and I feel like that just it drains you. It drains you. No matter what type of heart you have, it drains you. To just see people in there. But even it, no, I was about to say, even in them doing that, that's where they are at that time. So that's it's not like they're not being themselves. It's just intentional about being high vibrational, intentional about being, just a good person, treating people how you would want to be treated. Even if you don't really like it, even yeah, I will go with that. Even if you not even, it's not like faking it, but it's just knowing, having morale, knowing.
Letting that be the truth, the what's the word I'm looking for? Whew. The the pathway, what's
Mhm.
at the forefront. I got you.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, got you. I'll answer the question. How do people add value to me? Um, I think that when I come across genuinely kind people, um, which is happening more and more as I realize that I've sown these seeds for a long time. And other people,
Manifesting.
yes, it's definitely coming back to me and that's a blessing. I'm grateful for it.
That's good,
Um,
man. Great.
yes. But as the genuine people like show up for me, that adds value to me. And not necessarily always to agree with me. Like check me when I'm wrong or when I have something that I can improve upon. Or if someone that I know has more knowledge or wisdom about a topic that I'm pursuing, like that adds value to me. People who I trust to pray with me and
Indeed.
pray for
That's
me.
powerful right there. Yeah.
That adds value to me. Being involved in my church and serving my man of God and my church serving God adds value to my life. And what else? Hmm.
That was
This is
a
a
you hit a lot of
yeah,
great points.
yeah.
You hit a lot of great points that can only add value. I like that.
Even like when I have my valleys, my low points, those also add value to me because I realize that my valleys aren't the same as what they once used to be. Like I have higher lows.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah. I feel that.
yeah.
Okay,
Yes.
that's a different perspective. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you
And
gotta sit in it, yeah, go through it to grow through it, but not repeating the same cycles.
right.
Realizing like I've been here before, I know this is what it is, this can get better. I just,
Right.
yeah, yeah,
That's it. Like learning and realizing that you're not starting from scratch. You're not starting from a lack of experience. You're not starting over. You're
yes, ma'am.
starting again. You're starting anew.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. And you
Indeed.
know what to do, and you're gonna do it differently and better than what you did the last time.
Right.
So, yeah. So we take the value out of every situation, honestly. Um, And even with like people who I don't really hang out like that. Like I was telling one of my one of the church members earlier today, I was just like, he asked me if I go out, town, in the city. I'm here in Atlanta. And it's Atlanta. I was born and raised here. Like I know what's out there. And I was just like, I don't be outside. I'm not for the streets.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm playing.
Yeah.
I go and
That's
I
true
hang
though. I
out.
really do. Yeah. As you should, it's balance. It's balance. Granted, like you said, you've been out there, you know what it's like, but you're a different person stepping out now.
Right. Exactly.
Different mindset. Yeah, so
Yeah. So like they'll be like, maybe like you go out to these clubs or whatever, whatever. I mean, I might go to a lounge here and there, but because I get to serve the next morning on Sunday morning, Nessa is at home by 10:30 on Saturday.
I'd rather. That's responsibility by right. That's discipline.
Yes.
That's yeah,
Like,
by right.
and people look at me sideways. Like, what? You're not gonna,
Okay.
you doing too much. Hmm.
Okay. Yeah, maybe. So y'all catch up. Y'all need to be doing more.
That
Them
part. And that's,
yeah.
oh my goodness. You just said a whole word because Bishop said something earlier today about that, realizing that you're just ahead of the people. And I'm
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
whoa.
Yeah.
Like, and it's not to give a big head, it's nothing to boast about. It's just the
Right.
reality. Like, we're in different, and I be saying that like all the time. Like, just because I'm at a different level doesn't mean that I'm better than anybody. Not at all.
Right. No, just different,
Right.
Just
I'm
different.
better than the old version of who I used to be.
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
Like,
Exactly. That was perfectly said. Exactly.
yeah.
And even
So,
with that, man, it's like, because in a sense, I'm not gonna say it makes you feel out of place, because I'm comfortable with who I am. I know, but it's like, right, I am of this age. Maybe I should go out. Granted, like I said, when you step out as a different person. It still doesn't change the environments. It's still like it's still what it is.
yeah.
But for the sake of balance, let me go out here. Granted, I'm not gonna say I might not enjoy myself, but it's just the fact that I'm doing it. I'm doing it for me, or if a friend wants me to come out, it's for us. Same thing though. Like you said, if you got to be up in the morning, well, baby, I did this. It's time to. You already know boundaries. You already
Yeah,
know
that part. Like I did
boundaries.
this, yeah. I did that drive yesterday to and from Savannah for my god baby's birthday. And they was just like, you just came for the day, you staying the night? No, I drove and drove
Yeah.
back.
All right. You
Like
did it
I
though.
just
You showed up.
yeah. And I had the energy to do it. If I truly didn't have the energy to do it, then I probably wouldn't have done it. I would have had to seen her on my 3-day weekend. Um, but that's my child. She's the only little person that's that close to my heart. And that added value to me. Like that filled my cup up to be able to be there for her. Um,
Yeah, I'm
yeah,
sure. I'm sure.
absolutely. Yeah. So I
I'm glad you
mean,
went through with this.
me too.
Um,
Okay, so you were saying that you are in the position of developing in your spiritual walk, and that's something that really sits inside me, like it hits home because that is the most valuable part of my being, my spirituality, my relationship with God. Like when people talk about how sweet, how caring, how, awesome or whatever I am, like it's not me. Trust me. I know that
yeah,
I'm kind. I was raised that way, but honestly, it's God.
Lord,
Like,
baby, I'm completely get
yeah,
it. I understand it. I understand it.
yeah.
A
It
thousand
was
percent. Yeah.
honestly, it was a prayer for me. After my last relationship ended, that and I haven't shared this with anybody, but it was a prayer that God wouldn't let my heart turn cold because of all the things that went into that relationship, the good and the bad, the ugly, all the things. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but I know that God is God because of the way that He has turned it around for me and is still turning it around for me. And so it's like, okay, God, what's next? Like,
I'm ready for it. Whatever you got, I'm ready for it. Whatever
yes,
you got. And I want
yeah.
to ask you this. You just made a comment. You say you prayed,
Uh,
you prayed to not have your heart cold or hardened.
yes.
Do you feel like, granted, yeah, because the prayer, yeah. But do you feel like it could have, like, you feel like your heart really could have gotten hardened versus your mind being numb to it and you blocking it out. You feel like your heart could have really gotten cold towards
That's a
somebody.
you coming hard. Okay. Like,
Hey man, is that the forefront?
no,
Yeah,
yeah, I appreciate that. Thank you.
of course.
Um, I don't think that my heart could have turned cold. I don't, because that's not who I am at the core. I'm not a cold-hearted person at all. I've never been that. Even with all the things that I've survived and, triumphed through. Um, and I do think that it was a possibility for a second. And I will even be honest and say that for a second, I went numb mentally. I did. When I was sitting in that depression and allowing that to fester and grow and have life, have a space, a seat inside of my psyche, my soul. I did go numb for a second, just for a second.
Yeah.
Um, but I didn't want that. Like I fought. When I say I fought with the capital F, I
Yeah.
fought it. I didn't want to have that negative outlook on what love was, what relationships looked like, what people, that my experience with people was like. I didn't want that. I didn't want that to tarnish what my end goals are, right? Like
Yeah.
to have my person, my wife, good people around me, people working with me, helping me, loving on me. Like I didn't want to stay in that. And that's also a testament of who God is, 'cause
Okay. Nah, for real, man. For real. It's like I said, same situation. I've been there. And it was just strange to me, like numb. I was numb for years because I was just, my heart was so sensitive and it would just get played with. But through
yeah,
it all, heart remained so sensitive. And I was still going to situations cautious, but still willing to show you, and I just feel like that was God work because I'm still willing to show you what it looks like. Yeah, we're gonna have to
mhm,
grow through it, but I'm still showing up,
yeah,
presenting, what it's like to still genuinely care for a person.
right, right.
Yeah, man. Again, only God. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's
Only-
him. Like it's not me. It's shoot, listen. I wouldn't dare take the credit
At all.
for what he's done in me, through me, and for me. I can't. That would be disrespectful.
Indeed. Indeed. But at the
Like,
same time, I do want to give you credit. Like you said, you mentioned you fought. You
yeah.
fought. You were open to it. You fought and you let God have his way. Let's give you credit. I'm proud of you. I am.
Okay, don't do that.
I am though, high key. I am. It's hard, man. It's hard. It's easy. And I've seen so many people do it. It's easy to just fall into that phase. Okay, all people are bad, so can't beat them, join them. I'm gonna be a manipulator. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that.
Yeah,
It's easy to do that. It's easy to lose yourself as a person because of how you've been treated. But to fight for yourself, to fight for your heart, that's
yes,
strength. That's strength.
it is. And that's how you know that you know your value.
Yes.
Like, you know that you have such a high purpose and a high calling, and that you were sent here to live a life, live life and live it abundantly, have it abundantly. Like, it
Yeah,
wasn't for nothing. The seeds that we've sown wasn't for nothing.
at all.
Right.
At all. Because the way
And
things are
then,
manifesting now, baby.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. I was just thinking back to what you said earlier today when you were saying something about the golden rule. Oh, you want people who do unto others you would have them do unto you.
Mhm.
And I think a lot of times people get it twisted, like when we experience those who misuse, or abuse or whatever, mishandle. Those of us who know our value and walk in knowing our value. And people will often be like, oh, they did what? And you still what? Like, you know what I'm saying? And I'm
Yeah,
like,
right.
okay, I'm
But
not
you haven't
them.
even, right, right. And you're not walking in these shoes. You're not walking.
Yeah.
Granted, I mean, I would say family members or friends. Yeah, they, of course, they're gonna feel that type of way because they love you. But at the same time, I've seen you do the same thing,
Come
repeat the same.
on. Come on.
So, but hey, man, it's just what comes with it. That's why, gotta know yourself, have discernment. Know that it's probably coming from a genuine place, but
Right.
it's two different, baby. You can't walk these shoes, baby.
No. And
Yeah,
my thing is, it's not my place to judge
no,
anyone.
at all. At
Like, with all the things in life, because I know that I ain't perfect. I'm not perfect. Excuse me. Let me use correct grammar. I'm not perfect.
all. Yeah,
But yeah, it's just when it comes to friends, like I was mentioning in episode one, I think, of the podcast, I have been revamping like what a friend is to me
mhm.
and how a friend adds value to me. And I realized, I think it was episode two, I don't have a lot of friends. I don't have a lot of people who add value to me in my life. I have a couple, and I got some good ones. They solid, they good. Um, but I think that it's important to not give such high praise to people who give you breadcrumbs.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. It
because
goes back to knowing your value, like you said. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
exactly. I'm the whole factory. I'm the whole wheat
Okay,
farm.
okay. Come on, come
And you
on.
are too. Like,
Preach, Mark. I feel you. I feel you.
so yeah, the whole do you know your value? I urge everybody to really hone in, ask yourself that question and ask whoever you're entertaining for the potential of just being in your space, having the privilege of being in your space. Ask that question. Do you know your value? What does that look like?
That's crazy because that's you know about this E3 situation, and you just bringing it up. Like, I told you, it's so much behind, and I feel like it's the process of learning your value. You evaluate the situations around you.
Mhm.
You gotta grow in it. I mean, granted, nobody's gonna. Let's just say you've been with a person for so long, they could be treating you bad, but if you're not being intentional about processing it and sitting in it, you're just gonna go into the next day with it. Still, I love this person, so let's just go through the next day. But is it really love if it's the same thing every day?
You're gonna make somebody mad.
That's okay. It's the truth, though. That's all right. Maybe I didn't make a lot of people mad. Don't speak it though, but not, yeah, it's and just in you talking about it, like I said, it's so much behind it, but that's definitely it. That's definitely it. I just step away from so many people. Still love them, but
No facts. Like,
yeah.
and it's
But
from my experience, like when I first started to walk away from people who I didn't perceive to add value to me, it was hard. It was so
yeah,
hard. And I think a lot of it
because
was
of
the
who
people,
we are.
right?
Yeah,
Because I love people in general. Like I really do. People get on my nerves sometimes, but I
yeah.
love people.
All right.
And, it was also a part of the people pleaser in me though too,
Thousand
keeping
percent.
those connections. Yeah. And nowadays it's like, okay, well, eh. How is this going to help me? If it's not helping me, it's not adding to me. It's not, like, and that doesn't mean that I won't care for the people, right? But
Right,
there's a
right.
difference between allowing people access to you and loving them from a distance.
Yes, ma'am. That's it. That's it.
Yes.
What it takes. That's what it takes.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, I I appreciate you. I really do for this authentic conversation. All the points that were made. Ooh,
Okay. I told you I needed the question. Girl, you got me out here. I'm just dazing off and on a high right now, if that makes sense. Just from, the environment, the questions, just putting me in the space. It feels good. Thank you. Thank you for having me. Thank you for the questions, this game. Thank you. Thank you. We need it. We need it.
yeah,
Everybody needs it.
sure. Sure.
I'm serious. Okay, come on. We need it. I'm talking about just talking about it. I just feel it's just clear. Not saying that, it wasn't that before, but it's just like
Yeah.
it puts you to sit in those things and to sit in the questions of what you really asking. It gives you peace to just or like it's like a weight lifted off your shoulders to actually process and be like, okay. Or to get it out to somebody, to actually talk about it with somebody. It's
Yes.
different. Always grateful for you, girl.
I appreciate you.
For sure. For sure. For sure.
Oh my goodness. All right, Miss Marla. Thank you so much again. We're gonna wrap it up. Um, but hopefully you'll be back soon.
Hopefully. Hopefully, girl, look. I'm ready, girl. I'm ready. You got me all. I'm ready, but thank you for having me.
My
I plan
pleasure.
on getting back.
Awesome. 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 Viewers, please feel free to like, chime in the comments, subscribe, share it. These are real conversations, y'all. And again, this is my whole purpose in doing it because it's necessary. It's so necessary for the forward progress of our growth as for those of us who are aiming to become the best and highest versions of ourselves, that's the whole purpose. And so I'm honored to have the privilege of being a part of that movement. I am a movement. So,
Yeah, it's beautiful, Nessa. It's beautiful, girl. It's
thank you, thank
beautiful.
you.
And
All right.
I'm rooting for you.
You
1,000%. You know this.
do.
Keep, I told you always, you're doing God's work. Always. He's gonna work through you, continue shining his light. And you a light unto the people. Keep shining, man. Keep shining. Keep going. Not for sure.
All right.
All right,
All righty.
man.